Okay, everybody, we're going to install Pixel Tracker real quick. So you guys are going to get your link. You'll be able to log in. When you do, pick your store. We're going to get to this page. So you want to install the unlisted app. And remember, these tools are exclusive to ECX Academy, so that's why we don't make them public on the Shopify platform. Now, what we're going to do now is create a pixel. Hopefully, you've gone through and done this by yourself already. If you haven't, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go through it real quick. Now, inside your business manager, this is your business settings, okay? Usually would start up here, you'd see users, all that stuff. We're going to come down. This will probably not be checked off. You're going to click data sources, pixels. Then when you come over here, you click this blue button that says add. I'm just going to name this test pixel. You don't have to put anything in the URL if you don't want to. And now it's going to say set up pixel now or continue. We want to set up the pixel now. Manually add code to the website. This is your code, okay? But we don't need all of it. What we need is this number right here. It doesn't allow us to get that whole number, so we're going to keep on going. It says continue. Now this says that you can use Facebook's tool or whatever, but we're just going to go here. Now once we do that, we're going to have our pixel ID right here. We want to copy it to clipboard. We're going to go back to Pixel Tracker and we'll copy and paste. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so we're back inside the Pixel Tracker and I want you to click Add New Pixel. When you do that, let's say we name it Test Pixel. You can name it your store, you can make it initials -1, whatever you want. But the main thing is we need to post a pixel in there. Okay, and this drop down right now, you only see the Facebook and Pinterest one. There are more that we're going to mess with, you know, like Google, TikTok, Snapchat, all that stuff. But these are the two basic ones. You're going to click Facebook, make sure that's on enabled, and you hit save. And there you go. Now, as you get started, when you go through the 400 series and you start to see like, hey, what happens when you start buying traffic and placing ads, you'll see these numbers go up. View content, add to cart, initiate cart, and purchase. And then we'll start off red, go to a yellow, and then go to a green. The cool part is when you start at red, it'll start going up and start going up. There's certain numbers that you have to hit in each category where we will actually go out and create look-alike audiences. Now this may be the first time that you're hearing this. If you're taking notes, that's cool. If you're just beginning, forget about it. Go through the 400 series first, but I am going to take some time to explain it. I'll give you an example. If we have 1,000 people that view our website, and some of them have gone through and add to cart, initiate cart, and purchase, some of our buyers are in those 1,000 view contents. And we're going to ask Facebook to create a look-alike audience for us. It's going to be the size of 2.1 million people based on the 1,000 people that came with all these similarities that they have the algorithm for. Things that we could never imagine. These 1,000 people have stuff in common. And then add to carts, 300 of those, and we'll do the same thing there. Initiate checkout, 200 of those, we'll do the same thing there. And purchases, minimum 100, and we'll do the same thing again. And we'll be able to run audiences and run traffic. Now, I don't want to get any deeper than that. Just know the goal is to get to those numbers. 1,000, 300, 200, and 100. Now we have your pixel ID here, and we have the name of your pixel here. That way you can see them. When you go through the 400 series, I'm going to teach you about UTM tags. So this little switch right here is going to show you where your traffic's coming from based on those UTM tags. So it might say your campaign name. Let's just say it's Rose Bear. It'll let you know what placement's working, what interest is working, and what interest is working best to move across the funnel. That's important information for us. Also, when Facebook is not firing the purchase pixel 100% of the time, which it never does, this gives us an advantage over anybody else that's not tracking with the UTM tags. And finally, one more thing. I'm going to teach you how to clone your pixel, how to have more data on different ad accounts at the same time so that later we can either scale. If you lose an ad account, which is part of this game, for no reason, boom, you lose it. You have all your data still backed up, all types of stuff. And now we're just going to do this. You add a new pixel. I'm just going to do test 2. We would go create a new pixel to save time. I'm just going to put this as an 8 and I'm going to save it. And now you're going to have 2 pixels here. I really recommend that you at least do that at the beginning so you have 2 firing at the same time. That way when we hit budget limits or whatever, we can go into the other ad account. That other ad account will already be ready and be smart enough to be able to start off where the other one left off. On the go lives, I'll go into this way deeper and you'll be able to see how to use this, when to use it, how does it benefit us. But just know this thing is awesome. The more pixels you have with the more data, you can scale, scale, and scale. And that's the best part. So now let's just go up here, click on settings, and you can leave this at 100%. What we used to do, and still sometimes, and it may be a little bit advanced for you, we would trick Facebook with the amount of money we were actually making. I'll give you an example. If we were making a $50 sale, we would show Facebook a $25 sale. That way they would work harder for us. For a little bit it didn't work. For one of our stores it does work. But for now, as a newbie, please just leave it at 100%. That means if we get a $50 sale, we're showing a $50 sale on Facebook's side. It's easier for us to read numbers as a newbie like that. 2 ROAS, 3 ROAS, 1.5. We don't want to complicate it, okay? Your main Google category, we're going to use this later on when we do Google shopping ads. So make sure that you pick the right one here. I like home and garden, but man, if you have a niche store that's just towards women or you're selling shoes, pick the right one. It's good to have that information right now at the very beginning. Also, there's a catalog feed. We're going to be using this later on as we start to retarget people. As we start to get people to come back to our website, we will use that information to find out what product they looked at, what product they added to cart, how to get them back, what collections, a lot of cool stuff. But you have to have this feed. So when you first come in here, just click generate feed. You can see it right there. The feed is being generated and should be ready soon. You don't have to do anything else. Maybe when you come here, this is actually blank. After you click it, it will be there. Just hit save. You're good to go. And we're out of here. Home. And you're going to be on these 2 pages a lot. That's it. So that is Pixel Tracker. I'm so glad you're inside of here. And once you start seeing the stats, you'll get excited. And then we're off to the races. Can't wait to see you inside the Academy and especially on Go Live.